what Iran has been telling the world is that they're not seeking a nuclear weapon. What they're seeking is nuclear energy, and they're appealing to the nationalism within their country. I do subscribe to the argument that more nuclear weapons are better.
Yes.
They are used as, they're what we call the ultimate deterrent, because you realize the consequences of using it.
Yes, and the United States has to get rid of its fear and guilt about nuclear weapons all over the world.
You're exactly right, and that's that's one of the arguments that Iran uses. To say, hey, you, the powerful, the P5, you have the nuclear weapons. Why can't we have them to protect our security interests? The United States is the largest military and economic benefactor to the state of Israel. So we have a relationship where Israel, although they want to maintain their sovereignty and they want to claim that they're going to protect their security interests, they're mindful of the relationship that they have with the United States in the fact that they get a large amount of military and economic aid from us. So I think what you saw with Netanyahu coming here was a lot of grandstanding. He was grandstanding for the population within Israel because he's calling elections for November. And so right now he has a coalition with a far-right government. And this coalition is very, very thin. And he has a chance of losing office if he loses this election, if this coalition falls apart. So a lot of what you saw recently was, yes, Israel was trying to show that it's worried about what's going on with Iran and this nuclear capability. But I think the diplomacy aspect, and I think Obama was saying that, don't hold off yet. We still have the capability, if it happens in the next year or two, to respond if it is viewed as a United States threat. If the United States views it as a threat, we, the United States, don't want Israel to be preemptive like that and bring us into a wider conflict. Because what's going to end up happening is that our interests are going to be attacked in Iraq. The Shia are going to be funded in southern Iraq, kickstarting another civil war like what you saw in 2006 during the insurgency. You're going to continue to see Assad receive money in Syria potentially, continuing to repress his people, which is on the order of now of close to 3,000 of his own citizens that have been killed. And Hezbollah could continue to get funding, as well as Hamas. So it could cause a wider conflict. But I think the influence that we have as, you call it, with the U.S. and Britain, it's called a special relationship because we are so close. I think you could say the same thing almost with Israel, in the fact that Israel depends a lot on U.S. economic and military assistance. And I guarantee you that there would be animosity between members of Congress who would say, although they support Israel, they don't want to see U.S. forces brought into a wider regional war in the Middle East. Because it's one that will hurt our interests in the long run and could potentially cause Russia and China, who have already vetoed a resolution against intervening in Syria, could cause Russia and China to try and get involved in support of an Iran that was attacked. The fact that Iran has nuclear energy, it's there to stay. We can't change that. The genie is out of the bottle. But what we can do as the international community is we can monitor and continue to work with Iran to try and get their motivation for wanting it not to be there. So we can ensure that Iran is willing to take part in a greater Middle East.